St. Andrew and his companions, the martyrs of Korea that we celebrate today, were 11 priests and 92 lay people in all, persecuted by the Korean authorities over the course of a century. The lay people that were martyred consisted of scholars, politicians, and ordinary farmers and peasants, and everybody really of every range of society. And these men and women, these holy men and women, laid down their lives rather than renounce their faith and apostatize. And thinking about the difficult times in which every martyr finds themselves in throughout all the centuries of the Church's history, the martyrs who find the pearl of great price, and rather than get rid of it, they sell everything they have so as to come into possession of it. We could think of the martyrs and how difficult times forge great men and great women. The martyrs in so many ways are like that grain of sand that finds itself within an oyster, and then through all of that external pressure and through time finds itself to become that refined pearl. The martyrs in so many ways are lights in the darkness, and how beautifully God uses the lives of the martyrs to enlighten the darkness of the times in which the martyrs find themselves in. And we live in difficult times ourselves, and we may or may not find ourselves in the rather dramatic position of the Korean martyrs, but no doubt we're called to a sort of martyrdom as well, that is, in giving witness to Christ, even when it's not difficult, even when society and the culture makes it even more difficult. To hold fast to Christ and to cast off from ourselves that relativism and secularism that kind of clings to us like dirt almost in this society we have to walk our way through. To bear witness to Christ, to let Christ enlighten the times that we find ourselves in, the times that God's providence has placed us in, so that through Christ working within us, we can enlighten the darkness in which we find ourselves. We can think of St. Francis of Assisi, who said, "All the darkness of the world cannot overcome the light of a single candle." And so great and powerful is that witness that the martyrs give us, and that we too are called to give as well in the signs and circumstances in which we find ourselves. We pray that, like the martyrs we remember and celebrate today, that we too can hold back nothing of ourselves from bearing witness to Jesus Christ, the Lord who gives himself totally to us today, body, blood, soul, and divinity in Holy Communion.